Oh my goodness, hello, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute, and if you've seen anything on Instagram, I said I'm coming back to YouTube. Yeah, because honestly, the past few months, I think my last video was even just like right after post-show, so it was like beginning of November. So obviously like through Thanksgiving and Christmas, I tried recording so many videos, and I literally have like 20 clips on here, but I could not make a video out of it. I couldn't finish one. I would like start it, I'd be super excited just like I am now, and then it just like wouldn't end up turning into anything. Or I would like forget, and then it was like the next day and whatever. It just wasn't good, and I also feel like I needed a break. I feel like I needed time to just be with myself, be with my thoughts. Not that I like didn't want to share anything, but I also feel like at the same time I was just kind of figuring myself out, and I was still very regimented, and I still am very regimented, but I also was kind of picking myself apart for being like, nobody wants to see this, you're not in prep anymore, you need to share different things, you need to do different things. And it's like, okay, you know, I think I was just putting a ton of pressure on myself that like I had to be this certain image or show everybody like, oh, it's so easy post-show, and like I know what I'm doing and whatever. And like for me, like reversing and stuff, I wouldn't say is super hard for me. It is in the sense where it's like, okay, I'm super like regimented and strict, and then like allowing more can be hard. And so that was just kind of like hard for me post-show, was just to like kind of change things. I do have a hard time like loosening the reins sometimes, especially when I've been doing it for so long. And I think it was just, you know, like my routine was just kind of the same, and I was just kind of like going through the motions just like I would in prep. But yeah, and then I felt like I didn't really have much to share. So it sounds kind of like dull and sad, but I think I just like needed that time for myself and just to figure out myself, because I think last video I did share like some goals, and it was more of just like lifestyle type goals, and that's kind of what I'm more focusing on. And like the stage will always be there if I ever want to do it, like I can, but I think I really needed to let it go, because for so long, literally for like over 2 years, I feel like I've just been in the mindset of just competing prep, even in an off season, whatever. I still had that, and so I was still having that outside of this prep, and I didn't really know how to take like life. I didn't know how to just like switch gears. A lot of people can do that really easily. They're just like done, and they're like, okay, I can be in my life season, I can, you know, just like live life and do some like normal things, you know, like going out to eat, whatever. And like for me, I'm like, okay, well, I still have goals, I still want to like build muscle, I want to do it like, you know, in the healthiest, leanest way possible. But it's more like I wasn't even asking myself like, do I want something else? You know, because I do really like my meals, but that doesn't mean that I don't like other things or like want to try other things. Or if I did try something else, I'd be like, yeah, wait, I actually missed this so much, you know? So that's kind of what I want to do and like want to focus on, and just like little by little, and also just like take you guys through that, because like I said, I didn't think I would struggle as much, but I think it's more of that mental aspect of just like, you know, taking it more life, you know, not just focusing on being super regimented. And I think I also felt like I couldn't share that I was struggling with being super regimented and not wanting to loosen it up a little bit, because I do preach to my clients and I do preach to everyone like balance and like being able to be flexible and stuff like that. And like for me, I didn't feel like I was missing out or not having something, because I was still doing so much, like even in prep, like I was traveling and like still having my meals and all of that, and like I was still enjoying so much of life. It just wasn't, you know, like I was still very regimented. I was still having, because I was in prep, but since I was able to do all of that, I'm like, this is easy to just continue doing, and I still liked it. Obviously, like my food has gone up and stuff like that. It's just, okay, same foods, just, you know, like I just felt like it was kind of boring to share. And like I said, I just think it was still regimented, which nothing is wrong with, but it's just like that transition more into like life, you know, and I want to be able to do that. But I also just like love my routine, and it is a healthy lifestyle. I just like want to maybe branch out a little bit more. I know I used to so much, but like I said, I've just kind of been in that prep mentality and just had this one goal for so long that it was just so easy to just like stay with it, you know what I mean? And then that's where I felt kind of boring and just kind of like who am I outside of this, you know? So that's what I wanted to just kind of find in myself. And also I think I just needed to feel that before I wanted to share it, if that makes sense, because I was like super fine just like doing my everyday thing, but that's comfortable, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to push myself out of that comfort and, you know, try some different things. So I'm excited to do that, excited to share some things. So I thought I would take you guys through like a full day of eating. I thought also too, I'm at the gym now, about to hit glutes, and so I thought I would take you through a workout. Maybe I'll do like a little voiceover or something. I don't have like a mic and do it like mic'd up, but I don't really like that, you know? I don't really like talk during my workouts. I like to listen to my music, do my thing. I also got new headphones, so these have been amazing. They're the Beats Studio 3, I think, Pro, Beats Studio, I don't know, something like that. I'll definitely link them, but I love them, and they like cancel out everything, so it's so nice, and I feel like I just have so much better focus during my workouts. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through a full workout probably, and then show you some food today, get back on it, get back to it. I've still been having lots of the same things, but maybe some of this will look a little bit different just because like more food. Still have my same pre-workout snack. That's not changing, okay? There are certain things that I really like that I'm not gonna change. So don't think that I'm just gonna reinvent the whole wheel, but I am going to add in some little different things here and there, and that's what I kind of want to share. And as we journey along into, you know, the weeks and months to come, I'll share more of that. But yeah, looks like my camera is gonna die, so this shows that I'm still a rookie at this. So anyways, I'm gonna have my snack, gonna head into the gym, and then yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing a voiceover on my workout, so we'll get better at this, but yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to take you through it. So I'll start with hamstring curls, usually seated, and I'll do laying down ones later, but right now I just really try and focus at keeping it super slow, making sure that I'm feeling it in my hamstrings and glutes. Then I'll superset it with the abductor machine, and I'll superset it if I can. If I can't, then I'll use like a band or something like that, but I just work on doing some reps of keeping it slow. Then I'll do a pause for about 10 seconds, and then I'll finish out the reps. And then my next exercise or next superset, I'll do RDLs of some sort. I really like this machine for cables, but if your gym doesn't have it, you can just do like a barbell, dumbbells, anything like that, but really focusing on the upper glute. Then I superset it with reverse lunges. I always start with my weaker leg. So my left is my weaker leg because that's the one that I had surgery on when I tore my ACL. But anyways, it's always been weaker, so I always start with the left leg. Then moving into leg press. So this is where I really focus on my glutes and just pushing from my heels. Honestly, it's been really hard for me to engage my glutes when doing leg press, so I try to keep them a little higher and wide, but just focusing on using my heel. And then I'll also superset that if I can. Depends on like the gym and timing and stuff like that, but with some type of kickback. I really like this machine, but you don't have to use a machine like this. I've never seen it before, so you could do cables or even a band or something. And then moving into Smith machine glute hip thrust. I guess I was going to say bridges, but I'll do like slower reps, then I'll do some faster reps, and then I'll use a band to do some abductors. This just really tires out the glutes, really gets them like stimulated, and you know, a lot more time under tension. Then the last bit of this workout, I always end glutes with Smith machine glute extensions, and these just really work on pushing from your heels. and really activating the glutes. And then I'll also superset it with some laying hamstring curls. So I'll do some like partial reps, and then I'll do some full reps that you see here. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole workout. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's move on. Okay, so I'm sitting at my desk and you can see my Dan's fishing poles in the background, but I just did a live in my client Facebook group just kind of on setting goals for the new year, and it can be super daunting. Like, don't get me wrong, I love setting big goals, but it can be super daunting and paralyzing to set big goals and then just like, you know, like what's the first step to take, right? And so that's where we were just talking about, you know, setting goals for a couple months. Like, I don't like to set goals or like look at it as 12 months. I like to just put it more into bite-sized pieces of what do I want to achieve in 3 months, and then bringing that down into like what do I want to achieve in 1 month, and like in January, and I almost said November, in January, in February, in March, you know? And so like, let's say your goal is in the whole year to be able to lose 20 pounds and to be able to sustain it and be able to eat more food and have more energy and feel good. And you know, like, that's a big goal, and you know that that's not just going to happen in a week, in a month, and you're not just going to, you know, lose all that weight and then be able to maintain it and raise back up your metabolism. So it's going to take time. So thinking about, okay, I want to do that in a year. What can I do in 3 months? So like, what's a goal I can have for 3 months? Well, you know, maybe you're in a spot that your metabolism is very down regulated. So the next 3 months, really needing to focus on increasing your metabolism. And so maybe that's, you know, eating more food, getting in your macros, getting in your workouts, you know, making sure that you're actually building muscle, tissue, you know, metabolism, just raising all of that. And then, you know, after that, going into like priming your body to be able to go into a dieting phase in March, let's say. And then that's when you can focus on like, you know, months and stuff then once you get to that point. Or let's say you're in a really good spot to be able to start a dieting phase. So maybe by March you want to be able to lose like 10 pounds. So what's really important to you these next few months is, you know, hitting your macros, getting your cardio in, getting your water and your sleep, like limiting stress, you know, prepping your meals, like doing everything that you need to do to be able to do that. And also breaking it down, you know, monthly. So maybe being able to lose 3 to 5 pounds each month, and just being very strategic on how you're planning that each week. So, you know, hitting your macros, like I said, hitting your water, hitting your steps, your cardio. And that's going to help you get there. And so then, you know, after March, like then you can focus on losing the next 10, or like see where you're at then to then make goals for the next few months. And then after that, it's like raising back up your metabolism and making sure that you're reverse dieting properly so you can, you know, get to that place that it is sustainable, that you get to, you know, sustain that 20-pound fat loss. So yeah. That's kind of a lot of what I went into that YouTube video. So I know it was kind of like a lot of just me talking. Also, I am on my phone right now because my camera was at low battery, when I was leaving the gym. So yeah, I'm going to make food now. I am very hungry, so I'm gonna go make my meal 1 and I will show you that. But I did want to do this live right now, and sometimes after the gym too, I'm just like not ready for food yet. Just kind of need to like decompress a second, de-stress my body before it's ready to have food. So let's go make that. Okay, so this is my meal 1. I didn't have any banana, so that's why I'm having some rice cakes, but I always have egg whites, turkey bacon, and the little Joseph's pita, and some clementines, and then all my pills are right there, and then gonna chug lots of water. Okay, so I now decided to go on a little walk, get some steps in. It is a little chilly, so I put on my like big jacket. Well, I guess it's not really a big jacket, but yeah. And then I'm going to edit something that I'm gonna post on the Fit and Fueled. Might even post it on mine as well, do like a collaboration post. But yeah, I like to do that when I'm walking, so I'm going to edit that, and then Dan might be back in a little bit when I get back, so then we will make lunch soon. Okay, it is now many hours later, but I did charge my camera, so we're back on my camera. I did forget to share my lunch, but it was just cod, green beans, and some rice cakes. So I'm about to make dinner, which probably have seen this before, but it's sweet potatoes, zucchini. I'm going to air fry them. I already have chicken prepped, so I'm just gonna rip it up, put it in there, and then also some rice. So rice has been added because carbs are up. So yeah. Oh, I also after lunch had my like snack meal too that I forgot to share. Gosh, I had my oats and cream of rice. I'll definitely share the recipe in another video. I've shared them in lots of videos before, but those are the 2 meals that I had that I did not share. So we're just vlogging today. It's not going to be a full day of eating, but I will show you this and then my creamy at night. Okay, so it's a bit steamy, but this is just air fried sweet potato zucchini. Gonna put a little bit of jasmine rice on top and then rip up some chicken that I prepped to put on top. I'll show you, and then I'm gonna microwave it to just make it all warm. Okay, so this is what it all looks like mixed together and hot. Then I'm just going to top it with this pink salt. It's all messed up because I melted it on accident. And then Green Dragon hot sauce. All good. Okay, so I'm also making my Ninja Creamy after, so pro tip is to take it out of the freezer and then let it sit while you eat your dinner, and then it defrosts a little bit, like the perfect amount, and then it's time to make it, and it's the perfect consistency. I don't have to put it through like a million bajillion times and add all this liquid and stuff. I still add a little liquid, but it makes it perfect. So if you haven't done that, and you don't have to like sit there and watch it thaw, you get to eat your other meal while it thaws. It's perfect. Okay, so that is the final consistency. It's a little different because it's vegan, so this is what I used. I used the vegan chocolate almond coconut, so good. Then I used cashew milk, and then I put this as like a mix-in, and it makes it a lot creamier. So gonna have that, and then I like to dip a caramel rice cake in there too, and it's like a waffle cone. So that's going to close out the video today. I know I didn't do a full day of eating, but I did show some food, so I'm gonna definitely do a full day of eating soon. But like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna try some different recipes and stuff like that, so it'll be more fun. So stay tuned for that. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me coming back to YouTube, because I'm enjoying it. Anyways, gonna have this finish our show and go to bed. I'll see you guys in the next one.